Courtney, I just invested all my money. Hey, what's up guys? So I'm pretty much making this video really quick. I am actually in a bit of a rush. I'm gonna take all my laptops with me. But I'm pretty much making this video because someone sent me a message yesterday, someone that I've known for a really long time. And they pretty much said, hey, I've been working, I think she said 2 jobs or something, and I've got some spare cash, and I'm working hard to invest it in some banks and stuff like that, and I can get a fairly high interest rate. And I pretty much told her what I'm going to tell you now, and I believe in it to the point where I'm actually going to make a video about it. I do not believe in investing money with the bank. Okay, fixed deposits and stuff are such a waste of money and time, and just don't do it. If you have any extra money, I would say personally just invest it in education, and that could be with a mentor, with a course, with books, with whatever. Just put it towards something which is going to make you more money. Learn a valuable skill, or just buy a new laptop, buy 2 if you need to. Just don't put it in the bank. And this is something which ties in with saving money, which I sometimes have to take my own advice with this, because for the longest amount of time I've had a really big sum sitting in my bank account, just sitting there, not doing much. And it feels good to have a lot of money in your bank account, because you wake up every day and you're like, okay, I've got like a lot of cash, so it's not much of an issue. And there's 2 things there, because you're doing the same mistake, and it could be $1 million for some, could be $100,000 for another, and it could be $10,000 for someone else. So the actual amount does not matter, as long as if it's anything more than what you need to live every single day, you're making a mistake. So what I'd say is work out how much you need to live. So work out your food, and work out your rent, all right, and maybe some transport, just your basic stuff that every single month you are more or less going to have to need. Okay, anything that you make more than that should be put into something. It shouldn't be left in your bank account at all. I don't believe in that. And this is not from me. This is actually from Cardone, who you can search him on YouTube and on Instagram. He's really big. And he came up. Well, he didn't come up with it, but I think he just made it more popular. So that's where it's from. It's not just from me, so I can't take credit for it. But I haven't been doing this for the longest amount of time, and only now I'm starting to do it and really starting to see some amazing results from it, which is don't save money. Okay, and it's based on one simple concept. The inflation rate in most places is equal to, or sometimes even higher than, what banks can give you. A majority of banks, at least in the States and in Europe, are not going to give you more than a 2% interest rate on your money. So you could put $100,000 away for a year, and at the end of it they might give you 2% interest. Even if they give you 10%, they're only going to give you $10,000 at the end of the year. And then inflation generally rises just about the same percentage, so you actually are losing money by leaving money in your bank account, if that makes sense. So I forget what it's called. I was speaking to someone who knows a lot more about this than me. He works in economics. And he gave me the actual term. I can't remember it. But essentially it's, if you have $1 at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of the next year, that $1 will be worth 96 cents. Okay. Now that is inflation, but there is a specific term for the drop versus savings. Okay. So essentially what I'm trying to put across to you is, if you just getting started with making money, whether it's online, whether you are washing cars, doesn't matter what you're doing, take every cent you have and put it towards something useful. Now here's the thing, buying dumb shit is not as good as saving. Rather save money than go buy a whole lot of stuff you don't need. That's just stupid. I would rather buy a book than have the money left in my account, because at least the book's there. I could get a benefit from the book. Right? Having money in your account doesn't do much for you. It's not being used. And lots of people do different things with it. Some people go put it in real estate. Some people put it on the stock market. That doesn't matter. Where you put it doesn't matter, as long as your money should be working for you every single night. So you can go to bed with X amount in your account and wake up with the same. Or that money could be working for you while you're asleep in certain different industries, in stocks, in real estate, in whatever. So you could wake up with X and you could have a lot more just by waking up and letting that money work for you. And I've done a lot of research and stuff into kind of people that make huge amounts of money. Now, when I say huge amounts, I'm not talking about thousands, millions. These are like billions. These are people that literally make money while doing nothing, because you get to a point where you can only make so much amount of money in your time. So even if you sleep very, very little per day, you only have so many hours which you can allocate. And eventually you're going to get to a point where you run out of time. So the only way to increase and to grow is to put that money to work. So that's the first thing. That's the logical thing. And then here's the mental thing, which personally I'm more interested in, is I think that when you have a lot of money in your account, you become very complacent, you become very relaxed. And I've also had that problem for a while, is you stop having that hunger almost. You stop like grinding, working as hard, because theoretically you don't need to. If you have your bank card, you don't need to work very hard to eat because you've got that money there. Okay, I think you will find yourself much more motivated and just generally more hungry if literally you wake up and you have no money except the bare minimum that you need for that day. So you should start the month off with your minimum and end the month on $0. Okay, and that forces you to be active. It forces you to go out and do something, build stuff, whether it's buying and building new businesses, whether it's investing or hustling or doing something, doesn't matter, whether it's Shopify and subscribing to this channel. No, I'm just joking. But if it's something like that, you want to revive that hunger. You want to get those energy levels up, because you never want to be in a position where you become so relaxed and so complacent that you don't have to put in that extra effort. And that's why you see a lot of these big guys who already, Grant Cardone is one, Gary Vee is another one that you've probably seen all over the internet. They don't do what they do for money because there's no point. They made enough to retire. They made enough to not have to think about it. And I'm not saying that you should imagine yourself in the same position. I'm just saying that if it works for you, go ahead and do it. Like, if you can wake up every single day and feel pumped and not have to do the extra bit of motivation, fine. I still think you should do it just for the logical reasons. But yeah, just keep testing, keep trying, especially if you're in dropshipping. The whole thing with dropshipping is testing new products, testing new ads, seeing what's working and what's scaling. The same thing with this. You might get really, really good at one business model and make a lot of money, but there's certain businesses that you cannot get into without a lot of money, stocks being one. You might be amazing at the stock exchange, but you've never been able to do it because you don't have the financial instruments to get started. So rather than have that money sitting in your account, go put it in stocks and just try. Yeah, you could lose all of it, okay, but you could also make a lot more. And that goes to that whole risk and reward thing that we hear about all the time. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on should you save money, should you invest money, how to save money. Pretty much it's don't do any of those things. If you want to buy something, like if you want to get into real estate, 100%, then you need to save. But there's a different way of doing it. What I would do is create a savings account. So just go to your bank and open a savings account, title that account money for property and make it specific. So get the address of the property and put it there, and then leave that account. So whenever you have extra money, put it in that account and watch it build. But your actual operating accounts, your current account that you use for daily expenses and stuff, you should not have a lot of money in that account for your own mental motivation. And honestly, that's one of the easiest ways to grow and get ahead of everyone else who just is saving and saving and saving and hoping that somehow banks are going to change the way they give their interest and stuff, and just to get ahead. So that's my 2 cents, guys. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you don't already. I am tomorrow dropping a full Facebook ads training, A to Z, on everything Facebook. Right, I'm giving it 100% for free. This is stuff that I've paid thousands of dollars to mentors, to courses to learn. I put it all together in one big video. I'm about to edit it. It's probably about 30 minutes or so it will be a long one, but Make sure that you watch it, subscribe, turn on notifications so you're one of the first people to get into that and start using it. But otherwise, I will see you in tomorrow's video.